How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're back using Fireball Rocketloons in Legend League. In today's video I'll include some of my live Legend League attacks with live commentary, so commentary as I attack, and also I'll include some of the attacks where I am recording the live Legend League hits and basically commentating over them so that, I could focus on the attack and also at the same time give a little bit more detail and explanations as to what I'm doing and what my thought process is. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Leave a like, leave a comment if you do enjoy this type of format of commentary, and yeah, let's just dive right into the attacks. Alright, so first attack was a double Invis base with a considerable amount of fireball value at this top side compartment, as you can see. One thing I did notice was the fire spitter directions, so one of the fire spitters would actually be facing the warden charge if I went from the right side, let's say. Also, right side has the queen, which, well, you'd rather fight the royal champion rather than the queen, and you'd rather not face the fire spitter if possible. So actually left side made perfect amount of sense. Yeah, as you can see, my warden steps up into a lot of damage right here, and I would have had to invest at least a free spell. In this case, actually a rage spell is much better because it can push through the defenses a bit faster, since I have quite a few to take down. I did get unlucky with this baby dragon, which I have to freeze over, because actually a baby dragon by himself does a lot of damage to the warden. And yeah, you shouldn't really overlook baby dragons. But yeah, at this point the fireball is pretty much set up, and I fireball this multi. I didn't try to get greedy and go for a deeper fireball, let's say on this arch tower that was beside the clan castle. It would have gotten me the monolith, but honestly it's better to be safe rather than going for a greedy fireball. So yeah, at this point the warden actually decides to go down, and I have to start at the top side. I am keeping in mind that the Invis still has to be triggered, so I'll have to be very careful with the warden once he steps up to the damage. But at this point, while he's safe, that's a really good time to start your Sui that you can, pay attention to and have the warden just on the side. But as you can see, the warden is getting very, very low on health here with the scatter shot, so I have to pay attention to him now. Queen is getting tagged. I kind of forget about my king ability, which I pop very late, as you can see. And yeah, at this point I don't have any spells left, so my warden is gonna die. He does trigger this Invis comp, which is really, really nice, so I prepared to send my royal champion right to the core, as you see here, and knowing that my warden is going to die, I basically transfer the healers over to her to help out. And honestly, well, the fireball got insane value, and the warden triggered the Invis tower, which is really good as well, and took out some other defenses, so actually he got quite a good amount of value here. And yeah, as you can see, this attack clutches up. So, Invis covering the core and poison on this upper compartment. Actually, I haven't seen this base before, which I mean, there is a lot of fireball value on this X-bow for sure, which I might go for, or I might go for the far side X-bow because of the CC offset. So yeah, we'll do that, I think. We'll have the warden path from this compartment, hopefully towards that X-bow. And if not, we're just gonna invis the left hand side eventually. Okay, it looks like he is going to path. Let's see. We can adjust as the warden continues. He might actually... do I fireball directly? Or think I might. Okay, I'm not gonna wait for the jelly to expire because, yeah, firstly he was on the building that I wanted to take out, and secondly there was a good path for him to take after, so I knew he was gonna go left after that fireball and stall anyways, so yeah, wasn't afraid of him rushing into the base. So let's see, I think, yeah, I just want him to continue down that World Champion side, take her out, take out some defenses. Pretty easy for him. Let's start funneling this side, I think, for the hero dive. Do this. Yeah, okay, that wall breaker really wants to go for that wall, of course, it's fine. Send a Valk for Skelly cleanup. I think there must be, yeah, there's some Skellies beside this little Tesla farm. And we're gonna activate this Invis. I'm gonna Invis the Warden and the healers because Town Hall is in range, and I'm gonna freeze the Town Hall once the Invis expires. See, and I'm gonna Invis again because I'm not... Okay, well, the healers aren't in range, but regardless, good freeze. We can probably pull this poison. Well, we were a bit late, but that's fine. We still have the RC and a bunch of Rocketloons. Just send it all in, and yeah, on to the next hit. Okay, so have this double rage base, which is actually a bit of a nightmare to attack. I've tried to attack it from 6, from 3 o'clock with the Warden, but I've stuck to this one, which is basically charging the Town Hall, taking it out, and then fireballing this new defense, the multi-gear tower, which gets the Clan Castle, because the Clan Castle is 4 tiles away from the new defense, and it also gets part of the rage compartment. You could also fireball the Fire Spitter, potentially, which also gets really good value. Or did I say Fire Spitter? The Sweeper. I'm not sure if I said Sweeper or Fire Spitter, but you can fireball the Sweeper, and that gets a lot of value as well. But at this point, honestly, I could just double Invis right now onto both air defenses, and wherever the fireball goes, like from here, it would have probably gone to the new defense. But I wait around, not exactly sure why, but as you see, there's an anchor point here with the elixir storage. Fireball goes. I quake out the defenses near the Rage Tower compartment, but I don't get the Clan Castle, which, I mean, I probably should have tried to take out the Clan Castle, honestly, but in this case, Clan Castle is very easy to deal with. So yeah, at this point, the Warden took out one of the Rage Tower comps, and your goal for the Sui at this point is just to take out the remaining Rage Tower comp, which is what I'm doing at the moment. And yeah, once the heroes do their job, as you see, there's pretty much no base left. You just basically send the Royal Champion from the bottom side, you let the Warden coast, and yeah, a pretty good way of tripling this base. Honestly, it has worked every single time, the times that I've run into it, so I'll keep doing the same approach every time I see this one. Okay, so a double poison base, which are actually very common in Legends nowadays. As you can see, this one actually has a ton of fireball value in the core. You could land the fireball onto the fire spitter, you could land it onto the multi, or the, what is it called, the merged, the new defense basically. And basically to do that, you either start the Warden from 3 o'clock, which I probably should have done, or 6 o'clock. The reason why I probably should have gone from 3 was because I would have had to fight the Royal Champion rather than the Queen, who is just in general harder to deal with. But honestly, it didn't necessarily matter because there isn't that much damage, well, yet around the Warden. As you see, actually, this poison plus this new defense plus the Queen hits my Warden pretty hard, so I have to adjust. While the Warden is safe, I can do the Fireball, just like so. And yeah, at this point, you kind of want to choose where you want the Warden to go. So if you want the Warden to go right, you try to funnel this left side. I kind of wanted him to go right, and I tried to funnel the left side, but I was a little bit too late, so the Warden actually ended up going towards the scatter shot. Which is okay, I am fighting this sweeper. That was kind of the main reason why I wanted the Warden to go right, so that he didn't have to fight the sweeper, but yeah, there isn't that much damage anyway on the left side, so in this particular case it didn't matter at all. Here I sent 4 Rocketloons, and I actually use a free spell as well onto this multi, and that actually gets 2 defenses, so that was actually quite a nice free spell investment. And since I took out the clan castle, I'm able to use a poison spell to slow down the defensive heroes. It's always good value, especially if you're able to poison the minion prince, since the minion prince is the best defensive hero in the game. And yeah, right now, as you can see, I rage up the Suri. I still have the Royal Champion from the top side to just help out the heroes to converge into the town hall, and yeah, this base is pretty much crushed. Okay, so it's a double poison, and we have this monolith, which is actually, yeah, if you fireball it, you get the multi-arch towers. You will, however, have to charge the fire spitter, but honestly, I think it's worth it because of the amount of value you get with that fireball. So I am going to try to fireball it. It's probably gonna go, or he's probably gonna go to the left for this mortar. Then he'll go to the air defense, and then he'll go for the mono. And I'm gonna invis while I have him on this monolith to avoid any unnecessary damage. Freeze the queen before she locks on. Yeah, I'm gonna rage because he did not lock onto her early enough. But that's okay. I kind of need this rage for this next ricochet cannon. Well, Skelly stole me. So I guess we might have to rage again. I'm not sure. I'm gonna freeze for now. But yeah, I have to rage again because of that stupid sweeper. I'm gonna help out this warden with a few rocket balloons because, yeah, he is. This is why you don't really want to be charging fire spitters. They're just annoying, and you can see it there. Like, just this fire spitter by itself with the sweeper is actually causing quite a few issues. Luckily, I actually pulled the NATO, which was nice. Do I have a baby dragon? Did I use both of them? Yeah, I did use both of them. And yet again, this fire spitter is really annoying. Should get going because time is ticking and I'm getting distracted. I'll aggressively rage up the Sui. I need this, yeah, done pretty quickly. Get through this toxic poison compartment. Let's see. Okay, we took out the minion prince, which is nice. Probably didn't really need to invis there on the warden. I think he could have stayed a little bit longer. Okay, 43 seconds sending in the RC. Otherwise I'm just going to be risking a time fail. Let's see, we have the queen ability, let's pop her. Let's have the Rocketloons for this air defense and goblins on the back end, and I think we got this one, yeah. Okay, so yet another Invis core. Fireballing the fire spitter gets a lot of value. Or fireballing this compartment, but honestly I don't want to fireball it because of the fire spitter directions. I'll just fireball the fire spitter. I think it's more than enough value. And it should be quite simple, I think, to direct the fireball onto the fire spitter, but we'll see. You have to freeze over this. And let's see, I will probably cut off the funnel here with the Rocketloons, like so. What does he have in his CC? Some archers. Archers is fine. I'll snipe these two so I can do an easy setup on the Invis spells. 1, 2. I think 2 should be enough, right? 1, 2. There is a headhunter in there, so I have to be careful. Poison that, and yep, fireball. Now, does he go? Yep, probably. I don't really want him to go. Where do I want him to go? I guess, yeah, he can go towards the town hall. He'll get rid of the town hall. The only thing I'm worried about in this case is the compartment with the Invis. But let's see. Okay. I might lose him here. I'm not sure. Let's see what happens. Or do I invest in Invis? I mean, do I need to? Don't even need to, I don't think. King went around, unfortunately. But we'll break him back in. Is it worth keeping him up? I think there's just too much damage, honestly. Probably could have, maybe. But yeah, we still have the RC. I'll send the RC for that compartment, and I'll just rage up the hero charge. Pop the queen, have the royal champion on the back end, and yeah, that's another triple. And yet another poison base. So this is a very common one in Legends, and what you basically do is you fireball the monolith and you get the clan castle. The trick here is you have to offset the earthquakes so that earthquakes don't overlap, or so that earthquakes overlap with the clan castle, because you need 2 earthquakes to take it out, but you offset them so that each one hits the fire spitter. So in a second I'll show you exactly how I do it. I will invis soon. Once, well, I'll have to get rid of this warden and this Tesla first, obviously. And I invis right here. And this is how you offset the earthquakes. You fireball. The reason why I offset, or the reason why I invis the warden was to, well, firstly to avoid any damage that might have been on the warden, and secondly to avoid any partial CC pull. So in this case it wasn't necessary, I guess, but sometimes there are Tesla farms in these compartments which can be quite toxic, so it's good to invis as you fireball. In my experience, it helps out a lot when it comes to damage management. But as you see, I've picked, or the warden has picked the right side. So I go in from this left side, set a siege barracks at the left side to kind of push the heroes in, and I'm also sprinkling in some rocket balloons with the heroes on the right side to kind of push the heroes more to the left side so that they don't have to backtrack, basically. And also paying attention to the warden because he's actually under a lot of damage with that sweeper being quite annoying. Here the queen takes out the clan or the town hall, and honestly with one more invis on the warden, yep, nice. This base is gone. Like, you just basically send the royal champion for the remaining compartment, and you poison the minion prince since you fireball the town hall, and yeah, this base is it's pretty much gone. Okay, so it's a Invis core base, same bases as were run in the past season, or 2 seasons ago, I would say. So I'm noticing there's double Expo on this side, which might be a bit of a struggle to charge. Okay, well, I'm gonna go from this right hand side, and I'll try not to pull the CC, although that might be pretty tricky to do. Okay, well, there is a super dragon, which honestly isn't a huge deal, and I can poison that and let the jelly expire. But as for the target for the fireball, potentially this fire spitter, that would be nice, I think. Let's see, is the jelly gonna expire now? 1, 2. Okay, 2 should be enough, I guess. Okay, there we go. Did I miss one of the quakes? Okay, no, good. Okay, so yeah, I went from the... Okay, I need to rage the warden here to be a bit careful. But I went from the right side to try to avoid pulling clan castle, just because it was offset, as you can see, just a little bit by 1 tile, but you know. Going in from the short side, I would have had more chance to pull this. Oh, rip, I almost dropped a rage spell. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna scout with a few Rocketloons for a NATO. Usually there's a NATO right there, but apparently not here. Okay, we're gonna start the Euro dive here. Clicking on nothing. Okay, I need to rage the warden. The healer's in the range of that rage. Yeah, I think so. All good. I'm gonna snipe this scatter shot because, well, I don't really want my heroes to path there to waste their time. And we're gonna pop the ability right now and rage the Sui. Just like so. 7 Rocketloons still as backup. We're gonna wall break the Packers into this air defense compartment, and I mean, this base is pretty much done, right? Like, I'm just gonna send the RC to kind of speed things up because I don't really want to be sitting here trying to swag and waiting all that time. So, just gonna use everything. Headhunters, yeah,